For years, drivers have complained about the pain at the pump.
Yeah, although gas prices are down right now, in North Carolina, many people would like to see it go lower. Our state has the third highest gas tax in the nation. Right now, it's at 36 cents for every gallon that you pump.
But why is it so high? In tonight's reality check, News 13's Jerrika Insco finds out and shows us how that money is being spent.
On the long, open road, it's the rain and the trip ahead of you that you notice. You'll also spot some green in the mountains as you drive along the highway. But what you don't see is the hard-earned green you put into it.
I want to keep the roads beautiful, but I also want to be able to survive here.
And that takes money. In North Carolina, it comes from what's tacked on to your price at the pump.
Every other state that I've gone to, it's much lower, which makes all the gas prices a lot lower.
What this Hendersonville woman is talking about is the state gas tax, which is factored into every gallon you pump. As of April 1st, after new legislation passed, it was lowered $0.015 to 36 cents per gallon, and it could be as low as 34 cents by the end of 2016. But it's still high. Only Pennsylvania and California are paying more.
It still doesn't make any sense to me why it's so high.
That's a question we took to state lawmakers in Raleigh, and the answer has to do with something that makes North Carolina different than most states. We have 800,000 miles of state-maintained roadway, which is the second most to Texas.
Neighboring states have a county participation in the establishment and maintenance of our transportation system. We don't have that in North Carolina. Counties do not have that responsibility, and they don't want that responsibility.
Senator Jim Davis, who is on the state Senate's Transportation Committee, also says cars now get better gas mileage, which means less gas is being purchased.
The highway gas tax is a diminishing source of revenue, so we don't have so much coming into the state. And yet we have all these infrastructure transportation needs that need to be funded.
In 2014, DOT officials say $1.9 billion in state gas tax was collected, split between two funds, 75% to the Highway Fund, which fixes our roads, and 25% to the Highway Trust Fund, which builds new ones. As for the fund that fixes our roads, the DOT says that money is distributed evenly over the 14 transportation divisions in our state. As for Western North Carolina, which are Divisions 13 and 14, there's currently a list a mile long of projects in the works.
But there's a huge project going right now there in Haywood County. There's also another big project with the intersection of I-40 and 26 in Buncombe County.
You can also see work that the gas tax is funding driving along US 25A in Buncombe County.
It's always good to be able to see your money at work and say, okay, this is why I'm paying so much.
As for the other 47 states paying less, Senator Davis says they're paying more for other things, and still neighboring states are looking into raising their gas tax.
If the state did not charge so much for a sales tax on gasoline, then your property tax would have to be increased. So regardless of where you live, part of your ad valorem property tax would have to contribute to that, to maintaining and establishing our transportation infrastructure.
The reality is something or someone has to pay for these roads. It's a matter of how that's up for debate.
I tell you, I wish it was another way to pay it instead of using the gas tax.
Considering everything has a price. In Asheville, Jerrika Insco, News 13.
While DOT officials say the funds are spread out evenly, projects are decided on according to a distribution formula.
Yeah, they'll look at things such as the mileage, population needs, cost, and safety. Those are all used to score each project.